Okay, so we'll go over the assignments. So there'll be weekly assignments on the reading material or whatever material we're looking at, and there'll be essay and short answer. And then we'll be doing a variety of activities, including hands-on experiments, watching videos. We'll do a couple of TED Talks and researching information, things like that. And then, as I talked about, we have discussions. So you need to have one initial posting and respond to two other postings and answer any questions in your form. And we'll also have some blogs and journals instead of discussions, so you can think about a little bit more. And then you'll have a presentation related to anything related to biopsychology. And so your discussions, you should engage. Make sure you do it several times throughout the week. And it's important to have good time management. So sometimes, actually, probably many students find that if they do it early, then they just have less to worry about as the week goes on. So do the initial posting early, and then respond early, and then you don't have to be up at Sunday, rush through it. Complete all readings and review material prior to completing the assignments and discussion. Make sure you show respect for communicating. That's really important, have good etiquette. So I actually have never had anybody that was inappropriate or rude, or everybody's been always supportive, but that's very important, because sometimes it's you posting something and it takes a little bit, not a risk, but you're putting yourself out there and you don't want somebody to say something rude. But I've never actually seen that happen. I taught a lot of classes, so be respectful. And have thoughtful considerations. Make sure your posts aren't copy and pasting or just saying, oh, that's nice. So make sure you think it through a little bit. And then raise relevant points and add to the conversation. And make sure you respond to people's posting and comments. And include references, so that's really important, because I actually do go through your reference, and I sometimes just to get a little bit more explanation or to add to the conversation. And you should reference what you say too, and ask relevant questions. As I mentioned, late work, you'll have all the assignments are due each week, but you have an extra week after that. And attendance is mandatory, and we only have 14 weeks, so if you miss 2, you'll fail. So make sure you at least attend all the classes. And then academic honesty. It should go without saying that plagiarism is very serious, so you shouldn't copy and paste anything or use somebody else's material. And I really do check. So I will check to see if those are your words or you got them somewhere else. And then if that happens, you'll get a warning the first time. If it happens again, it will be reported to the dean, and that's really a very serious, thing that, you don't want that to happen. So make sure you paraphrase. So I know sometimes when you read a definition, you're like, wow, they just said it so well. I do that too. Like, I don't know how I can add to that, but try to paraphrase. And that's really important. That's part of learning too. So when you put it in your own words, you make it your own. And that's part of, keeping it in your memory. And then there's a lot of really academic support services. So if you don't understand something, always feel free to either post questions in the discussion or send me an email. So if you have a question on something, you're like, gee, I don't understand this, or can you explain it a little bit better? Probably somebody else has that same question. So don't feel, please ask questions, because that's actually kind of fun too. I love having questions. I love answering questions. So you can either post that on general questions for the class or send me an email. And Judson has tutoring, which is really nice. So if you need a little bit of help, you can get some free tutoring. So 3 hours of free tutoring. And a lot of study aids. But again, ask me too. Sometimes I can get a video that might explain it a little bit more or explain it in a different way. Okay. All right, so we can go back. Okay. So So if you here's some general questions, and then I'll probably post something each week in the news forum, and the text we already talked about, and then we talked about the syllabus. Okay, so yay, we're all done that the introductory stuff. So if you haven't had a chance, post to the icebreaker and tell me a little bit about what you would be doing if you weren't sitting on the computer. And then send me an email just to introduce yourself too. So it's nice to have that contact. All right. And again, let me know if you have any questions. Okay, thanks.